now 1/3 of the way through Andor. Here is my take on the first 4 episodes. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies, TV, whatever's on the screen in general on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you think of the first 4 episodes of Andor. This is a Star Wars spin-off show of Rogue One, and this is a spoiler-free review, so even if you haven't seen it, you could stay and watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button, be sure to subscribe. I have more content over like this on my channel. Check those out once this video is over. And with that said, let's just get started talking about the good. And this is just a very enjoyable Star Wars show. It's the Star Wars show that I have been waiting for, but I didn't know it. The reason is nobody was asking for a Cassian Andor TV spin-off show, and I wasn't really asking for that. Cassian Andor isn't one of the most memorable characters in Rogue One. One of the biggest criticisms of that movie is that it had characters that were totally forgettable, and they were like one note and stuff like that. And so I was pretty skeptical going into Andor because of seeing how much Disney Star Wars has been putting out. Sequel trilogy and like a bunch of other stuff included, like Kenobi, Boba Fett. But then this is just a very enjoyable show. It is from the people that worked on the Bourne films, and it is a spy thriller in the world of Star Wars, and I thought that was really nice. They're doing something new and intriguing with Star Wars. In that way, if you're looking for something new in Star Wars, I recommend go checking out Andor. It's multi-layered and complex. Stuff like Disney Plus shows like Kenobi, Boba Fett, even The Mandalorian, which I think is a really good show, have these simplistic storytelling vibe and I just think that this one has more multi-layered and complex forms of storytelling. And I thought that was a really good thing about this show. Another thing to talk about here is that there's no more basic writing. And to describe how basic these other Disney Plus shows are, it's like some Mandalorian episodes are like, I scratch your back, if you scratch my back, you do this thing for me, I do this thing for you. We must run away from the bad guys because they're at this location. Stuff like that, very simplistic storytelling. And this one, and Andor is clearly made for a more mature audience, and it has this rich little history in it. So much of what made that original trilogy of Star Wars films really good. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, and what made those movies good was that it had this lived-in world where there were clear rules, and you're just swept away into this adventure that our lead character's on, and that's what Andor also was to me. It pleasantly surprised me with that, because of all the Disney Plus shows, I think this one feels most like that original trilogy of films from episodes 4 through episode 6, and I just thought it was really, really good. There's unique action sequences in this show as well. What I mean by that is that usually in Star Wars movies and shows alike, they always have the same sort of action sequence where, like, they're fighting giant star walkers or whatever they are on different planets, or they're running down Imperial corridors, being chased by stormtroopers. That stuff, I enjoy action sequences like that, but I loved how different these action sequences in this show were. Like, it's in a new environment, like the way it uses sound designs and clankings and stuff like that. I thought it was really cool the way the action was done, and it's more unique in the world of Star Wars. There's nice tension building also throughout the course of the show. Like, the first 2 episodes might be a little slow, but the 3rd episode is where it really steps into the action, and it builds this tension from the 3rd and 4th episodes. And that's what you really want from a spy thriller in the world of Star Wars. And the icing on top of that is the great performances and good-looking CGI. Some of the CGI movies are unbelievable. Like, there's some really bad stuff I've seen, and it feels like they're on actual sets. They're not on that one-stage location. And I really appreciated that they did that with this show, is that it just feels more immersive in everything it does. And so, if you're looking for a Star Wars show and you're hoping for something different and sick of what Disney Star Wars has been giving out, go check out Andor if you haven't seen it yet. But it's not perfect, so let's move on to the bad. And I barely have anything negative to say about this show, but I do think that the first 2 episodes are a little bit slow. The 3rd episode is action-packed, and the 4th episode follows that tension building like I said before, but those first 2 episodes don't really have much action. You need to be invested into those characters and these story for you to be entertained about it. But who cares? This is just a great season of television thus far, and I can't wait for season 2 as well as the rest of this season to finish. There you have it. That is my take on Andor, the first 4 episodes. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of Andor, the first 4 episodes. And over on my channel, I have more content like this. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I will see you in the next one.